The trap of chasing high vibrations. Have you noticed how exhausting it can be to chase after a high vibration all the time? No matter how heavy you might sometimes feel, emotions can be hard to manage and control. Something is stirring inside you, and perhaps it triggers anger, sadness, jealousy, bitterness, or guilt. But you might try to suppress those emotions. And what do they cause in your body? Maybe your head starts aching, your shoulders stiffen, or your stomach tightens. You might find your hands clenching into fists, or your jaw tightening as you grind your teeth. Or maybe your teeth are even chattering without you noticing it. Perhaps your body even starts to shake uncontrollably, totally shaking. All of this can happen just by meeting someone who reminds you of an unpleasant person or event from your childhood or from your past. If you are only chasing high vibes and can't quite find or achieve the frequency you want, you might get anxious or disappointed. Maybe you have been taught that we are all just love and light, yet you aren't feeling that inside, but you are supposed to. You feel like you should. If only you could let go of the heaviness of your emotions. So you try to push them away and swipe them under the rug and bring the light in, but they are still lingering just around the corner. This is exactly why we need deep work. We need to look at these so-called negative feelings of darknesses inside our psyche. We truly need to do our shadow work. Otherwise, we will burn out ourselves and our nervous system. We need to stay grounded and work through the old pains, aches, neglects, or violence that we have faced at some point in our lives. Looking at our wounds and the programs from our past is a very necessary phase in integrating the spirit into our physical body. In fact, many deep spiritual teachers have said that it is absolutely necessary for a serious spiritual seeker or a walker of the spiritual path to do deep therapy in order to truly advance. If we do not deeply know ourselves, there can hardly be any deep, lasting advancement. We also need to take care of our daily tasks, mundane duties, washing the dishes, taking care of our personal cleanliness, and fulfilling our role in this society. The times when we could just meditate in caves are past. Now we need to participate in society fully. That is our deepest meditation. It becomes much easier when we know ourselves and our wounds. When we have worked through them and when we have sat with our deeper emotions and darknesses, Once we get to know our depths as a human being, we can responsibly, yet also joyfully and playfully fulfill our own part in this game or dance that we call life. When we know ourselves deeply, our nervous system doesn't burn out when we access those genuine higher vibrations. Usually, we become much more humble when we are grounded and truly achieving spiritual knowledge. And that is exactly how our consciousness can expand safely.